So good to be back home. I know it's been a while. Yeah, we did the other day, but that wasn't my style. Yo, back in the crib, sitting right in the chair, and everything is gonna be all right. I don't care, but I'm glad to be here right in front of you, doing what we do. Yo, I won't front and true. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be here, yo. Right now, it makes me smile, and everything is gonna be okay. We do this thing like every day, but in a different way. But right now, we're back into the conventional type of style. It's going to be provincial, and everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be in sight, and it's right, real bright on a cloudy day, but it's cool, yo. They say it's going to be tornadoes. I ain't trying to hear that, yo. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. You know how we do. You know what we say. You're the rep, skipping, but I'm still dipping off. Making sure it's hard, not soft. I cut it up like coke. It's no joke. Break it down. Make sure that it sounds real good. Ow. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is the Daily Go Get Him. My bad. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I am your host, Sun752, and today we're talking about hating on welfare recipients. Hating on welfare recipients. Do we hate on welfare recipients? I think that a large segment of our population does hate on welfare recipients. Now, when you really get into it, when you are bitching about somebody getting food stamps or getting a check or being able to get Section 8 housing, I don't think that we're taking into consideration what you have to do in order to qualify to get those benefits. Now, sure, I do understand what it's like to work hard for your money and have to deal with the stress and the strife and the trials and tribulations of going to work and trying to earn a living and being ambitious and taking care of your children. Yeah. But the character that you build and the rewards that are associated with your daily struggle to be able to keep your head above water and make a couple of dollars, turn the quarters into dollars, make you holler, something like a scholar. But seriously, the things that you have to do in order to keep your head above water and to take care of your family and do well for yourself is so much different than what it takes to have the government be able to give you assistance. And all it is really assistance. But for those of us who are struggling, it seems like it's a little bit more than that, but it's not. And we're going to get all the way into it. So this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. And I'm so glad to be here sitting in front of y'all. For real. So let's get it popping. Yo, Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. We do this every single Saturday from 11 a.m. till around 12:30-ish. And the reason that we say 12:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight. We go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. This thing called life. That's, yo, what you talking? This thing called life. We play on the monkey bars and the merry-go-round and the sandbox, and we push each other up the sliding board and on the swings and all of that kind of stuff. I am your host, Sun752, a.k.a. Omar with the... And if you can't say Omar with the... Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I know we didn't have any shows last Saturday, man, but I couldn't because I was sick with the flu last Saturday. I didn't know they still had the flu, but they do. The flu is still in full and total, absolute 100% effect out here. And they have re-released it to the public. Like, listen, I'm still a little congested. Like, listen to this. But I am a lot better. Once I start getting better, I'm better. Once I start getting on the men, I'm all in. And I'm glad to be here. So today we're going to be talking about hating on welfare recipients. Why does it seem like so many of us hate on welfare recipients? What's really good? People who collect welfare, people who are on public assistance. I know that a lot of us in the hood like to buy food stamps off of people who receive food stamps. But then I hear a lot of people hating on people who get food stamps, like, yo, they getting all of this free money. Look, they be having all of these cookouts in the summertime. I can't afford to have cookouts like that with the price of food now in the summertime. I haven't had a cookout. I haven't had a family gathering. I haven't been. I had a barbecue that I've thrown in years and years and years. I get it. I do. I totally 100% get it, because it's a tough situation when you have to go to work every day to be able to provide for your family and to be able to just be able to feed your family, just to be able to put food on the table, keep a roof overhead, keep clothes on your back, and have a couple of dollars left over to be able to enjoy your life a little bit, to be able to enjoy the American dream, to experience the good things that life has to offer. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. Just hold on. Hold on. I'm going to keep talking, though. But yeah, I understand how it feels to bust your ass day in and day out and have to deal with co-workers and bosses, supervisors, managers, owners, and all of that. And they have their vision of what they think that you should do in order to make a decent salary. And I know what it's like to haggle about that salary and how it feels to have to try to negotiate a decent price that you will be paid for your services, for your goods and services. And then after all of that said and done, after you agree on your salary, I know what it's like to still feel like you don't make enough, like you don't get enough, like you can't afford enough. You know, like this, just something about the way things are set up that is not fair or conducive to you being able to have the things in your life that you would like to have and to enjoy life the way that you deserve to. And you go to the market. You go to the market with your little $200, maybe even $300, maybe only $100, and you trying to get some food to put in your belly, to put in your refrigerator and on your table and feed your family and possibly even your animals. And you look at your cart, you over there, coupon using and looking for bargains and maybe even buying second rate or off-brand types of canned vegetables and other items or whatever, because you are spending real money. This has a direct effect on your bottom line. And you look over, or let's say you have about $50 to $150 worth of groceries in your cart. And it don't even look like you really bought nothing. A couple of packs of chicken, a few steaks or whatever. First of all, you buy 3 steaks, that's going to eat up $50. So there's that. But, you look in somebody else's cart and they got about 2 or 3 kids that they have shopping with them. And they might have 2 full shopping carts full of food. 2 full shopping carts full of food, baby. And you like, what it is when they go to pay for their food, they using that access card. I'm sorry, the EBT card, whatever they call the EBT card in your place of residence, in your area, in your state. So you can't afford to spend more than $200, and you looking at their cart, they got all top of the line items in there, and it look like, it look like about $500-600 worth of food items over there. You can't get it down like that. That's more than your gas bill. That's more than your car note. That's more than your insurance for some of y'all. Like, it's just not working out that way for you, the way it seems to be working out for them. and you might be feeling some kind of way about it. And then it doesn't help that the political system has you believing that they are receiving free money, like welfare recipients are receiving free money that they don't have to pay back, that there's no interest on or anything like that, which is true. But they'll have you believing that the reason that your income taxes are high is because of these people receiving these free food stamps, these nice places to live with the Section 8 vouchers and all of that. So even though you might not want to hate on them, you hating. You straight hating like, nah, I don't believe this shit. And you only have a little bit of items in your cart, and you behind somebody that has 2 whole shopping carts full of food, and they have enough time to be in the market. You might have came to the market during your lunch break, trying to make it happen real quick. You about 3 items over the 12 items or 12 items or less line. Damn. Can this bag of apples, can it count as 1 item? It should, actually. But nonetheless, that's the situation that you might find yourself in. What's going on, T. Carey? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Job Biggs, thanks for coming through, my kid. Yeah, I'm glad you came through. Yeah, I did. All right. So yeah, hating on welfare recipients, you might find yourself feeling some type of way about them because you feel like you working hard to earn the money that you have or that you get, and that's true. You are working hard. You are doing what you're supposed to do. You are following the blueprint of what success is supposed to be about in upward mobility. Yeah, you're doing it the right way. And here they are getting all the money for nothing. All of this food, living in this nice place, low rent, got a condo. Well, not a condo. Not a condo. Townhouse. They Section 8 voucher. Might be a townhouse. Would normally be $1,800 for rent. They paying like $180 for rent. Section 8, baby. Or less than that. And we hating on them because we feel like they are inhibiting our ability to make more money. Meanwhile, they are making more money for doing nothing. Sitting on their ass, having more babies. I said, you're sitting on your ass, having more babies. Yeah, that's what you do. I said, sitting on your ass and having more babies. You sitting on your ass and having more babies. Sitting on your ass and having more babies. The situation is driving me crazy. I said, sitting on your ass and having more babies. Sitting on your ass and having more babies. Sitting on your ass and having more babies. The situation is fucked up. It's driving me crazy. I don't mean to hate on welfare recipients, but the shit is whack and it's meant to be the thing that keeps me on edge. And I'm about to wax these motherfuckers like pleasure. I'm in the back of somebody that got 3 carts of food, and I ain't really in the mood to have my little hand cart with $40 in it. And hold on, wait a minute. What did y'all do to get that cash? And I can't get none of that. My ass is feeling some kind of way. And today I'm going to eradicate these motherfuckers. Yo, I say, why do I have to pay all these taxes? They high, and city wage taxes get me by and making me feel not fly. I'm mad as motherfucker. And you know why? Yo, shit is kind of messed up. It's just bad, and I am not going for it another second. But it's not anything you can do about it. But when we really break it down, what are we hating on? What are we really hating on? Are we hating the player or are we hating the game? Are we hating the player or are we hating the game when we start talking about welfare recipients and when we start talking about welfare benefits? Because I'll tell you a few things that a welfare recipient can do that you might not be able to do. For example, we talking about welfare. They look pretty good in the supermarket, in the grocery store. Yeah, they are definitely getting a shine on. And sometimes in the hospital, because they get that, they pretty much get good health care. It's government assistance. So many of them have governmental welfare. You know, anybody you know who works for the state, you know, they get that top of the line health care. Top of the line, and they don't have to spend all of their money in order to get it either. It's not hitting their check and hurting their pockets the way those of us who work in private businesses. Yeah, it hurts us bad. So yeah, in the market and in the hospital, they doing all right. And for some of them who have the Section 8 voucher, even their domicile, the place where they live, may look really nice on the outside. Because I don't really judge a lot of houses by the outside. Sometimes the outside tells the story, and sometimes it doesn't. But there are certain places where they can't really mess with you. Places like the bar, the club, where you can afford drinks, restaurants where you can afford cooked food, the car dealership where you can actually afford a vehicle to drive, trading, selling yours, maybe even buying a second vehicle or a vehicle for your children to be able to drive. You're on welfare, you can't afford that. Nowhere close to being able to afford that. Furniture store, even though some states have furniture vouchers they ain't like food stamps. They ain't like food stamps. They ain't gonna beat out your black lacquer bedroom set with the mirror on it. Your black lacquer bedroom set with the mirror on the joint. Black and gold. Y'all know what I'm talking about, and y'all know who I'm talking to. Don't act like you ain't been in none of your black homes that had the black lacquer bedroom sets with the mirror on it, and maybe even a lion, some kind of cougar on that shit. What's going on? My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on? My brother Ansel Jones holding it down. How you feeling, my brother? Good to see me some you. Yeah. Black lacquer, baby. Black lacquer. They're not going to be able to afford that. You'll be able to afford that. And there is something else that welfare recipients aren't able to do that you may be able to do on a regular basis, even though many of us struggle with it. What do y'all think I'm about to say? What is the one thing that your money can do that, well, should I say, that you can do with your money that a welfare recipient will never be able to do? What is it? What is it? Well, the answer is simple as this. Save. When you receive your paycheck, you're able to save some of it. Some of y'all are really bad at saving money, but you do make enough to save. Yeah, I know some of you are going to say, no, I don't make enough money to save. Yes, you do. You just don't prioritize correctly. That's all. But you do make enough money to save, because you could easily take the money that you make and before you even start calculating what the cost of all your bills are, you could take $25 away from that, and that might just be your bill money. or your Friday payday lunch money. Y'all know how it is. Your Friday payday lunch money. Yeah. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you. You make at least $300-400 a week. A welfare recipient barely makes that in a month for 2 children. Oh, you ain't hear me? Okay. Last I checked, a single parent on welfare that has 3 children makes about, I believe it was 201.50 every 2 weeks. Let me get it together. We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. Hold on. Hold on. How much money does a welfare recipient with 3 children make per month?
According to sapling.com, the guideline for a family of 3 is $21,720 in 2020, but it drops to $21,150 in Alaska, and it increases to $24,980 in Hawaii. Depending on the program you're hoping to qualify for, your gross or net.
No. That was how much money does how much money can you make and still qualify for welfare? So it was like $21,000. My question is, how much money do welfare recipients get when they have 3 children? Now, I remember back in the day, if you had 2 children, you got $201.50 every 2 weeks. So that's $403 a month. $403 a month. A month. Now, this was back in the early 2000s, the late 90s, early 2000s. A month for 2 children? I don't know where that's any type of money for a single person. For a single person, how are you going to get by? How are you going to get by with that? How are you going to get anything? That's barely child support. That's barely child support for 1 child. Child support. Not a family of 3. Let me see. Welfare payout numbers listed by state. Okay, let me see. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. All right. What the fuck is this? If you found it hard to believe that 13 states pay more than $15 an hour in welfare benefits, then you will find it even harder to believe that the highest welfare payout states pay more than $20 an hour. What are you talking about? They talking about Pennsylvania equivalent to $13 shit. This is the misleading shit. And this is what has the middle class hating on welfare and the so-called elite, the rich hating on welfare recipients because they think they making real money. This shit is wrong. I don't know where they got this bullshit. I really don't. But over here in Virginia, they got $7.15. That's much closer to what it really probably is in Pennsylvania. Because Pennsylvania is the only place that I know for sure. Now, people who aren't in the know might try to say, well, it might be different in different parts of Pennsylvania. No, it's not. The state is the state. So it goes the way it goes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is trying to do. More than likely, this is some GOP or Republican type of public make a certain kind of statement. I get it. I do. I really get it. But no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. These welfare recipients didn't get a raise that big because nobody else did either. Why? You spending your own money? I mean, if you a real materialistic type of person that, wants to talk about how at the swap meets or flea markets, you're not getting authentic name brands. Like, let's say you go to buy a NFL or NBA jersey, supposed to be an authentic jersey. Well, it ain't all that authentic. It's authentical. It might be a little authentical. Yeah, it might be authentic. It's authentical. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about hating on welfare recipients. Damn, that's good. It's really good today. Are we buffering out there? Can y'all see? Can y'all see me? Can you see me? See the numbers dropping all crazy. But fuck it. I'm glad to be here. I'll rock out by myself. Yo, chill, man. Chill. Okay. Yeah. So things like this, publications like this have us hating on welfare recipients and not even really realizing why. Not understanding that we don't have a direct stake in what these numbers are supposed to represent. We don't receive the type of information, the type of correct information that will help us to make an informed decision about what welfare is. See, in order to be on welfare, you have to be poor, because being able to receive welfare benefits in full means that you are poor. Those are the qualifications for it. It means that you're poor. No way around it. You cannot be on welfare and claim to be middle class. It can't be done. You cannot qualify for welfare benefits, for full welfare benefits, and claim to be middle class. No way. The number one qualification for being on welfare is being pretty much dead broke. It's definitely the number one qualification is being poor. And if you ever got a welfare check, you would see why it means that you're poor and how come there's no way around that. So being on welfare is nothing to be proud of. You may have heard some people talk about being on welfare, but they work under the table, so they're getting a little bit more, and they're able to keep themselves above water a little better than somebody else. They may be able to be a little bit more hood rich, but you ain't hood rich. Because if you was hood rich, you wouldn't even want the stigma of being on welfare or collecting food stamps to be on your record. You wouldn't want to be associated with that. You wouldn't want no part of that. Why would you? Why would you? So that's where we are with it. Hating on welfare recipients. Now, what I think is interesting, and by the way, if y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. Yes, it is the Urban Therapy with Son show, and we are all up in your area doing the damn thing. Queens and kings coming through. We got the rings. Word. So, yeah, one thing that being on welfare guarantees you is poverty. You're guaranteed, because that's what it was designed for. But it's also designed to give you a way to be able to eat and to be able to live temporarily while you get yourself together, while you get a better job, or put yourself in a position to be able to work. Many welfare programs allow you to go to school, get a GED, or even get a college degree while you're on welfare. There are so many benefits that you can take advantage of while you're on welfare. And one of the reasons that those benefits are available is because they don't want a whole lot of people being on welfare. They don't want you to, well, they say that they don't want you to use your welfare recipient status to become a generational curse. Now, we know that it happens, and it happens often, that it does become a generational curse. Great grandmothers being on welfare, turning into grandmothers being on welfare, turning into mothers being on welfare, turning into children being on welfare, and the cycle has continued over and over and over and over. So what do we do to stop this bleeding? What do we do in order to remedy this situation? What do we do in order to make this thing into a better look? Well, the solutions to this are many. But before we even get into any of the solutions to this widespread problem, I think that what we have to do first and foremost is ask why does the program exist in the first place? Why do we have this symptom of society? I'm definitely not one of those people who believes that welfare is the real problem in our society that's holding us back as a community or as a country. We should all look at welfare a little differently after the recent shutdown because of the pandemic, because a lot of us were receiving welfare. I know we don't want to look at it that way, but while you were sitting home, or while you were receiving a loan, a grant and a loan to start your business or to continue with your business with the PPA loan or the PUA benefits, that was a welfare benefit. That's what it was. You don't have to look at it as being as such. That's exactly what it was. The government recognized the potential for the general population of the United States to be impoverished because of a virus that had affected most of the United States, and people were unable to work and unable to go to school, and so they would be unable to keep businesses afloat and to be able to solicit those businesses. So it was going to be hard for you to keep a roof over your head, and it was going to be hard for you to be able to afford food. And so they provided those funds for the citizens of the United States temporarily until we could get the pandemic under well in hand. So for us to still be hating on welfare recipients when so many of us were just collecting welfare in a different form just a little while ago, what's up with that? It's easy for us to forget where we came from, but this is what was going on. And of course, not all of us received those benefits, but enough of us have received those benefits for it to have made an impact. So why are we fronting now? What's the deal? What is the deal? Why do the middle class hate on welfare recipients? If you're the type of person who's always talking about how these welfare recipients are making our taxes high, and that's why we can't blah, 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 diggy, diggy, ball, blah, blah, ball, blah, 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 blah. If that's what you believe, if that's what you have been taught, or if that's what you have studied, and that's what you have evidence of, well. How does that work? How does that work? Why do we hate on welfare recipients when we are barely keeping our heads above water? Like, does a person receiving food stamps and free money and possibly affordable housing, does that somehow take money out of your pocket? Well, politicians say that it does. The Republicans say that our tax dollars go towards welfare, and that's why the economy is always messed up, because these people receiving this free money are ruining everything. So we need to eradicate the system. We need to break the system down, to eliminate the system, and find a way for people to be able to have better paying jobs, well-paying jobs, so they can stop being on welfare and messing up society and collecting all this money. Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it, Emily. I said it, Emily. So I hear, what up, Emily? She's asking how long we've been doing this. Well, we've been doing this for years, but today we've been doing this for about has it been an hour yet? Let me see. No, hasn't been an hour yet. A little bit under an hour, maybe 45 minutes, something like that. But yeah. Why do we hate on welfare recipients if we're middle class? Why do so many of us feel like welfare recipients are taking away from our bottom line some type of way. Well, let's do a little experiment. Y'all know about that life. We gonna get our Google on. Yes, we will. Does welfare really make our taxes high?
According to Quora.com, yes, of course, there are groups of population that receive more welfare than they pay in taxes. The purpose of welfare is to support the indigent who can't work.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. The real welfare problem. This is Ideas, Politics, and Power. What's the date on this thing? December 5th, 2000. 2000? I don't know if much has changed. Let me see. The Family Support Act, America's most recent effort at welfare reform, begins to take effect this year. The new law seeks to get single mothers off welfare through a combination of job training, work requirements, child care subsidies, and child support enforcement. Cutting the welfare rolls in is in turn supposed to save the taxpayer money while enhancing the self-respect of single mothers and their children. Notice when you talk about welfare, they go straight to single mothers. Like men don't collect welfare, or they don't benefit welfare, or they're never on welfare. It's not true, but I understand where we're going with it. It goes on to say, like countless earlier attempts at welfare reform, the new law is unlikely to change much, judging by the experience of states that have already established compulsory training programs and work requirements. It will not save the taxpayer much money, nor will it move many single mothers off the welfare rolls. The reason is simple. Single mothers do not turn to welfare because they are pathologically dependent on handouts or unusually reluctant to work. They turn to welfare because they cannot get jobs that pay any better than welfare. Since the new law will not do much to change this fact, it will not get many single mothers off welfare. Okay. Meanwhile, the nation's 3 million welfare families confront an urgent problem. They do not get enough money from welfare to pay their bills, nor can most single mothers earn enough to cover their expenses. The way most welfare recipients can keep their families together is to combine work and welfare. Yet, if they report that they are working, the welfare department will soon reduce their checks by almost the full amount of their earnings, leaving them as desperate as before. The only way most recipients can make ends meet, therefore, is to supplement their welfare checks without telling the welfare department. Okay. All right. There's a lot to this. There's a lot in this blog. And, it is 21 years old. It's 21 years old. But what I'm going to do is I'll put the link in the comments. Yes, we will. Link in the comments, and y'all can check it out when y'all want to. But what I really wanted to find out I wanted some information that we could use Okay. Now, I wanted to find out some information that we could use to verify or dispel the claim that welfare, that taxes, that our tax dollars pay for welfare. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this, which I don't like to do because a lot of this stuff is opinion based. But the question on Quora is a forum in which regular people can give information about certain topics. So the topic is, does taxes pay for welfare? And Pascal Mora Michel says, and she has an honorary economics and international economics diploma Mills. Okay. All right. She says it's actually the other way around. Government spending is what creates taxable revenue. The government can spend money at a deficit, meaning they can create money and spend that. Then they tax people, but it's an unrelated process. A fiat currency system does not work the same way as a household's bank account. Debt of all sorts is also a large part of the current economy in general. So that's pretty much suggesting that our tax dollars don't pay for welfare, and it doesn't. I'm looking for somebody to verify it, and I was hoping I could find some official information that we could point to that might clear this up a little bit. Another response says, LOL, probably not. We definitely need a spreadsheet to determine how our individual tax dollars are used to pay for services we use and benefit from. The churches and synagogues should be required to show us their spreadsheet. If they aren't taxed by our government. The churches must use all money donated by members of their congregation to be used for charitable purposes to feed, clothe, and house the poor who are unable or unwilling to contribute by demonstrating an American work ethic. Interesting. Of course, taxes of working and very rich people pay for the welfare payments of poor people, but don't make the following mistake. Some would like you to believe state pension, unemployment benefits, and healthcare are benefits. They are not. We pay for them through national insurance contributions, specifically state old age pension, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Somebody else says sort of, but not really. States that have their own sovereign powers of currency creation get to choose within certain limits, which we don't really need to go into here, exactly how much they create and where they spend it on welfare, health, education, defense. They spelled defense wrong, etc. As the monopoly provider of currency, the state also has the monopoly right to demand taxes uniquely payable in currency it issues and determine at what rate they are levied. Okay. In short, there are some differences in what is reported about welfare and taxes. But when you watch the news, especially when you watch conservative Republican conservative media, they'll tell you all day that the reason that our taxes are high is because of welfare. These people are welfare queens and they take it away from your bottom line. That means that you have to work hard every day and you don't get to spend your money your way. Now I say the taxes that get levied on you are illegal. And I know that is true and it's not even constitutional, but yo, it comes out that shit like what? Comes out of your check like, comes out of your check, but it's not going to welfare. If you look at your check, if you look at your check stub, whenever you get paid, why doesn't it say welfare benefits on there? Why doesn't it say assistance for the poor? Does it say it anywhere on your check? Does it say it somehow secretly or subliminally? Are we missing something? But when people that I know that make anywhere between $30,000 a year and $100,000 a year talking about their taxes are high because of these welfare recipients making our taxes high, and I'm looking like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? The truth of the matter is, I don't see how somebody who's middle class, that on a lower scale, anything under $100,000, on a lower scale, how can we hate on welfare recipients? We're in the same damn class. Well, I guess if you make as much money as I do, but you don't have to work in any type of way, yeah, I guess I would probably hate on you, or would I? Because I'm not really the hating on type. More than likely, I would try to ask you, like, yo, how you do that? Because I'm going to get me a free check and I'm going to work for a check. More than likely. That's me. That's me. But yeah, you know, how do taxes pay for welfare? You know, it's a surplus in government. Oh, let me walk this back a little bit, because when we start talking about people who are in the same boat hating on each other, it sounds like a black thing to me. You know how we are. You know how we are. Black people always hating on other black people, and we all in the same boat, the same situation. Yet, instead of concentrating on who the real enemy or what the real problem may be, we looking at each other like, well, you know what the real problem is? You ain't doing enough. You ain't carrying your weight. You ain't into this. You don't want to participate. It's not the real problem. The real problem is that we are not educated enough. We do not know enough about our condition or about the way that things work in order to make informed decisions. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. And we get faced with this real problem day after day after day. And we don't know it. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on? Man, I missed y'all so much. It's so good to see y'all here. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, make me want to cheer. Yay! Thanks for coming through, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I really feel like, well, let me put it this way. By us not doing this every day, we're missing a lot. I'm just going to leave it at that. For those of y'all who know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we are here, and we are actually. Oh, let me tell y'all this. The Daily Go Getimism show is coming on every day. It's just not coming on at 7:00 every day anymore. But we're doing a version of the Daily Go Getimism show when I get off of work at night. So we still in this thing, and we're trying our best to keep this movement afloat. So I need y'all to support. So every night, somewhere between 11 and 11:30, I know that YouTube has been acting a little funny on the notifications, but I need y'all to go to my channel and check to see if I'm on live. Just go on YouTube to see if I'm on live, because there's a good chance that I'm there. There's a good chance that I'm there. And we're still talking about the same stuff. I know, Emily, you've been coming through every night. I appreciate it. Mucho. Thanks for everybody that checks in. Ja, I saw you checked in a couple of times. I'm unable to see your comments and exactly who's there while I'm broadcasting because I'm driving. Plus, it doesn't show on my screen. But between 11 and 11:30, go to YouTube, and I want to tell y'all to just kind of wait, because I'm gonna be there if I ain't already there. Because at least I've been getting off at around 11 o'clock lately. Hopefully it'll stay that way. I don't have to work late or whatever. Well, we on a late night. We doing the best we can. We doing the best that we can. We working with what we have, and this is what it is for right now. So, we still going to put that content out. We still going to drop that material. So between 11 and 11:30, check out YouTube, and more than likely I'm on there live, baby. But right now we're talking about hating on welfare recipients. Why would the middle class hate on welfare recipients? Because they're getting free money and you're not getting free money, so you hating. But I don't think that that's a good enough reason to hate, but I realize that that's just my individual feelings about the matter. You may feel differently. You may have been raised in a household that you may have been raised in a working class household where you were taught that everybody has to hold their weight. Everybody has to earn their keep. And that is the right way. Don't get me wrong. I believe that is the right way to be taught, and the right way to learn, and the right way to be. It doesn't mean that there aren't extenuating circumstances that make somebody else's situation different from yours. And when somebody else's benefits doesn't become a hindrance upon you, I'm probably not going to really understand why you're hating. If anything, we should devise a way for all of us to be able to enjoy some financial success and a way for ourselves to be able to get the things in life that we want and that we need. All right. So we know that many of the middle class hate on welfare recipients. They getting these free food stamps. I can't compete with them in the damn grocery store. They got good health care. I don't have no good health care, or I got to pay out my ass in order to get it. I understand. But the rich also hates on welfare. And the thing about the rich, the truly elite, we know that they don't pay no taxes. So what are they hating on? Are the rich on the middle class's side? You tell me what y'all think. Are the rich on the side of the middle class? Because if they are, I ain't seen it. I haven't seen the so-called elite trying to put themselves out there in any way to help the middle class. The middle class is who pays all the damn taxes. That's who pays the taxes. The middle class and the underclass are the ones who pay all the taxes, excluding welfare recipients. State money is untaxable. Well, state money is untaxable. Bottom line. So if the middle class are the ones that pay all of the taxes, and the rich are the ones who don't pay taxes or who always find their way around being able to pay any high taxes, what are they hating for? Or why are they pointing the finger at welfare? You notice that the rich never hate on the middle class? Have you ever asked yourself, why don't the rich ever hate on the middle class? Why? Because they paying their damn tax bill. Of course they're not going to hate on the middle class. The middle class is who pays all the damn bills. Especially if you make under $100,000. Your tax fees are high. And that's why you got to do little things to finagle a better income after taxes. Claim more dependents. And use other tax loopholes. And I don't even want to say loopholes. Utilize the benefits of the tax code in order to not have to pay the high taxes like people who don't know how to utilize the tax code would have to pay. How about that? Emily says, you just talk and drive. Don't worry about who's watching. Safety always. Just know your co-host moderator going to show up. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. And Ansel Jones says, lately I've been having the strangest feeling. People hating, making minor people's major. Yeah, well, the elite or the rich don't hate on the middle class because the middle class is paying all the taxes. Now, the bigger question is, why don't the middle class hate on the rich? We hating on the welfare recipients, but we ain't hating on the ones that ain't paying no taxes. Welfare recipients ain't paying no taxes, but we believe that they are taking away from the tax money that we are paying. But the ones who are at the top making all of this money and aren't donating any money to the middle class or the underclass or welfare or any of that stuff, not contributing to anything as far as taxes are concerned, we not hating on them. Why? I think the reason why is because we want to be them. We want to get to the point where we don't have to pay any taxes, or where we can afford an accountant that will show us how to utilize the tax code to our advantage. Is that why? Is it? Well, it could be. There's something about it. Why? What do y'all think? What is your opinion on this? If you've ever thought about it, and if you haven't thought about it, I'm asking you to think about it right now. What is the reason that you don't see the middle class hating on the upper class? Why don't the middle class, who pays all of the taxes, coming right out of your check, right out of your paycheck, you don't even get to decide exactly where your tax money is going to go. The portion of it that you do pay, that you cannot eliminate through deductions. Why aren't you mad at the rich who aren't paying any taxes, even though they can afford it more than you can? Why ain't you mad at them? Ansel Jones says, I've noticed that the 76ers prices have raised since the process is showing and showing it's working. Oh, since the process is showing that it's working. Well, that was just smarter on their behalf. All teams that start to win more are going to raise their prices because ain't nobody coming to them damn stadiums to watch no team that's tanking 4 years in a row. Ain't nobody coming to see no team that's struggling to be in the lottery every year for 4 years straight. I hate that the NBA would even allow their teams to do that. Come on, Ansel. How can you lose on purpose? Lose on purpose? And how did that affect sports betting? You know, how did that affect sports betting? But yeah. Anyway, anyway, why doesn't the middle class hate on the elite more? Why not? I'm not encouraging you to hate, but at least it would make some sense. It would make a whole lot more sense than it's been making. Because right now, it's not making any sense to me. Is it making sense to y'all? 319-527-61, 319-527-61, 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line instead of 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine. We got a little bit of time. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Not a lot. Little Italy. It's gonna be all right, too. It's gonna be all right, though. Maybe I should have asked y'all, do y'all believe that your taxes pay welfare? Even if you don't believe that your taxes pay welfare, you do know that the taxes come out of your check and it goes somewhere. So if you do believe that taxes go towards welfare and you mad at welfare recipients, you're not going to be mad at somebody else that has way more money than you but is not paying their share of taxes that would go for welfare. I don't know, y'all. It ain't working for me. Is it working for you? Is it? Urban Therapy with Sun Show, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. Yes, y'all. And we will be back tomorrow morning. Yes, we will. Guaranteed. We will be back tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a stone cold gas, honey. I got you. Hating on welfare recipients, is that what we do? Oh, we're coming on through. I hate on the rich every chance I get. Because I know how hard it is to make over 7 figures without cheating. I know how hard it is to make over 7 figures without cheating. It's virtually impossible. Emily talking about some guess Joe didn't want to talk. No, if Joe was on the line, he would definitely talk. He ain't like y'all. He ain't no scaredy cat. I give it to Joe. When he call in, he pressing number 1 with the quickness. Doo. Joe don't just listen. Joe talk. So y'all can hate on Joe all y'all what. At least Joe, he gonna get in there and mix it up. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to y'all. Emily, you talking all that mess? Co-host. Why ain't nobody ever heard your voice on here? Co-host. Yeah. Just curious. You know, normally a co-host is all in the mix verbally. You know, I'll be able to trade ideas, bounce ideas off, you know, steady dialogue, that type of thing. You know, co-host. And co-host. Co-host might even find a way to get on camera. Co-host. Yeah. You know, since you want to bring up people who ain't here. Somebody said you had laryngitis. You must have had it for 2 years. You had laryngitis for 2 years? Sound pretty clear when I talk to you. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Next week, I promise. Damn, she ain't say tomorrow. She said next week. Maybe next week is like tomorrow. It never comes. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. I figure since we busting balls, might as well bust them. I go on and bust a few balls. Go on, bust a few balls. That's all. Bust a few balls. All right. Hold on, man. We getting ready to get on the body here. So let's do these birthday shout outs while we hating on welfare recipients and all. Talking about tomorrow, depending if you was a real co-host, it wouldn't depend on the topic. I'm thinking that a real co-host would be on every single show. Each and every one. Especially if we're in the studio. I can understand. I can understand not trying to get on the show in the car. Because I don't think that's possible. But all the other ones, No. I'm tired of you right now, Omar. And for that, I'm calling in tomorrow. Oh, so you got to be mad. So the co-host got to be mad in order to call in. Well, this is a turn of events. You learn something every day. See, if I talk to my co-host on the show more, then I would know that all you got to do is get her mad. But because I've never talked to my co-host on the show, how would I know? How would I know? How would I know? My co-host calls in when she's pissed off. How would I know? She'll call in if you make her mad. How would I know she wants to talk about Joe who ain't here? All right. Why is this acting a fool? Come on, man. All right. This is what I'm gonna do. Do it like that. If I do it like that, it's taking this browser a long time to load. Do I need to clear cookies? That's probably what I need to do. Clear some cookies. I'll do it after the show, though. That's what I do. Damn. All right, hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to get my birthday shout outs from off of my phone. I don't really like to do it that way. But I will. I will. I will. All right. Where is? All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. Glorious. God damn. Come on. Stop this shit. Okay. December 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. My cuz from up in NYC, the Bronx, my girl SCLJ, turning 50 years old today. Oh, yes, that's my girl right there. Happy birthday to you. And her name is Savannah. That's what the S is for. My girl Savannah. It's a nice name. And also, Nay Underrated, turning 38 years old today. And Unified Barber Parlor, turning 40 years old today, and James Thomas, turning 57 years old today, and Rocky Millage, turning 45 years old today, and Rel Austin Adams, happy birthday to you. And that's last but not least. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious. December 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it to the damn, to rock out, rock on it to the damn, rock out, rock on it to the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, yo, check it out, yo, don't start it. People be hating on welfare recipients. Maybe it's right and maybe it's wrong. Maybe we should all have the right information in order to hate on somebody. But is that would that be hate if we waited until we had a reason to actually dislike? Would that even be? Would that even qualify as hate? Would it? Well, I said, well, the middle class hate on welfare recipients and the upper class hates on welfare recipients. They say that it takes away our tax money. We don't really know where our tax money goes, but I know that there's nothing on our check stubs or our pay stubs that says welfare. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's all good. It's all love. It's all one. We're going to work it out, though. One way or another. This stream is weird. Anyway, we will be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow for another Urban Therapy with Sun show. So make sure y'all come through between 11 and 11:30. Y'all know how it go. Y'all have a good night. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. So with that being said, being said, for my Instagrammers, Five Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. And I holla back. Peace one. Thanks for coming on through, son. And for my blog talkers, get you on up out of here. Urban Therapy with Sun show. Peace. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Peace.